Welcome to Letters to 30. I'm just so happy y'all clicked on this video because this is going to be a good one. Like, comment, and subscribe, all the things. This is episode number 10. So if you're watching this, you found the perfect one to click on because this is all about finding hobbies in your 30s. All right. So, it took me a while to find my hobbies. I found them in my late 20s and I was forced to find hobbies. Just to give a little bit of background before we get into the hobbies that I have been focusing in on, I just want to say why it's important to find hobbies in your 30s, because you're not a hamster. You can't keep going. You gotta step off that hamster wheel and do things that calm your nervous system, things that genuinely just bring you joy, things that don't require any extra thought about, the daily things that you normally have going on. You gotta take yourself out. It's not escape, it's nourishment for your soul, okay? And that's why I had to really sit with myself in my late 20s and really just think about what am I going to pick up? What are some fun things that just feed me? So yeah, I am excited about this one in particular because, we gotta find those things in our 30s that allow us to feel like our childlike self again. Things that just make us smile because we enjoy them. And it takes a while to figure out what those can be. We 30s girlies who are here, you guys have goals for yourselves. That's just who we are, okay? And sometimes we just get so laser focused, tunnel vision on what we want things to look like. Or sometimes we even think about what they don't look like, and we just get wrapped up into, I'm speaking for myself for real, we get wrapped up into what life should be and we don't just live. And I'm here to tell you, finding hobbies really catapulted me into getting out of that hamster wheel. So let's clock into what I've been doing, y'all. What I've been up to. I'm going to share my hobbies and then I'm going to share my tips to help you guys pick up some new hobbies and things just to get your mind flowing on things that you can do. All right, so stick around for that. Also, use the time codes if you just want to jump right to those tips. It's cool if y'all don't want to hear what I've been up to, but I think y'all will like it. So let's start with number one. The first thing that I have been super into, super excited about is voice acting. So I never really thought I was going to have an interest in voice acting. It kind of found me. I feel like I'm a little bit of a dramatic talker anyway. I love to use emphasis on my words. I think that comes from my background in journalism. There have been a lot of signs over the years. It's so funny. Story time real quick. One of my friends actually told me that I sound like that, kindergarten. That's like, are you smart? Or whatever that. I'm going to pull it. I'm going to play it right here. It sounds like I sound like this.
Jabria, are you smart?
Yes!
I did recently take a voice acting class. It was like a voiceover camp. And I'll find the name of the voiceover camp and I will put it in my description box below if you guys are interested in voiceover classes, but really just doing it for fun, right? This came up from the universe, people telling me they love my voice. And I was like, wait, maybe there's something to my voice. Let's explore it. Just naturally, I went on Google, okay? And I searched voiceover classes, found this online voiceover camp. It was like a 4-hour session where we learned about voiceover acting and different ways you can use your voice. And we actually practiced scripts, like a Walmart ad for a Christmas commercial. And we all went around on Zoom and read it and ate it up, okay? Ate it up. And it felt natural and fun. Like, it was very much, I'm a very private, very introverted person. And just using my voice in that way and giving that personality to the voice, almost kind of like how I'm doing now for fun, I loved it. So I'm excited to explore voiceover acting more. I have found that doing this as a hobby or even thinking about it as a hobby, has really just pushed me more to just be who I am. And knowing that I'm doing it for fun, it gives me so much joy. Even silly enough, just reading things that I'll see out. Let's see. I'm going to read the back of this book, like just practicing things. Secret Lives of Church Ladies. Yeah. But even practicing reading text is low-key a secret hobby. Let's practice my voiceover acting with this book, okay? This is the first line. The Secret Lives of Church Ladies explores the raw and tender places where Black women and girls dare to follow their desires and pursue a momentary... Okay. Maybe not that. We'll practice another time, okay? But the point is, I just love it, okay? And that is a hobby that I'm going to do more of in my 30s. And I'm claiming it. And I can't wait to take y'all along on my voiceover acting journey. If any of you guys do voice acting, or you know someone who's in voice acting, let's create a little voiceover hobby community, okay? But yeah, that's my hobby number 1 that I've been picking up. So let's get into my hobby number 2. Hobby number 2. I love this one. Swimming. I am not a swimmer. Still, I wouldn't say I know how to swim. Just keeping it a stack with y'all. But I know how to survive, and I know how to do my little back stroke. All right. So swimming. I love this. Okay. I'm getting excited. Oh my God. So I started swimming back when I lived in Brooklyn. I, at that point, did not know how to swim at all. To have a little bit of context, I did, when I was in elementary school, take a swimming class with my 2 cousins. And, we learned the basics. It was a summer of just swimming training. But it wasn't like I was going on vacation constantly or even every summer swimming in a pool. So those lessons, that skill kind of went away. I really wasn't, I ain't gonna lie. I'm scared of the water. I'm still a little scared of the water. So I wasn't about to practice on my own without someone right next to me. Anyway, Black folks, y'all get it. We're doing better, okay? We're doing better. So I picked up swimming in Brooklyn because one of my friends was going to her local YMCA, learned how to swim, and it just inspired me to do the same. And, there's a lot of inspiration when you see the people around you, your friends, you see them doing something that's interesting and you see the joy that it gives them. And I was like, you know what? Let's try it. So I signed up at my local Y for a swim class, and it was the best decision I can feel like I made in Brooklyn. And that's a big statement, bold statement, but it's so true. Going to swim classes has changed my life. And granted, I haven't gone back since I took that class, and because I did a big move to LA after, but I am very proud that I did it. I did well. I was in there doing the thing, and it made me more comfortable in the water. Still a little nervous, but working on it, like I said. But the thing is, swimming as a hobby, it teaches you to trust yourself. it's exercise, it's an escape. And I know hobbies aren't just escapes, they're supposed to be for your own self-discovery, they're supposed to be for your own joy, but hey, it is what it is. It allowed me to just focus in on me, flow with the water. You cannot be anxious, freaking out while you're in the water. You have to be light as a feather, baby. And that mentality, for being forced to have that in the water, is really the best hobby, okay? I go to a gym that has a pool, and I am going to start going to that pool and practicing, okay? Hobby number 3 that I am going to focus on, this is one that really, this is the newest one, all right? Crocheting. So I was scrolling TikTok, and I saw this girl making these cute hats. And I was like, Nicole, if you could just do that. And I said, you know what? You can do that. You just gotta go to the store, buy some yarn. Let me be real with y'all. I got this yarn before Joanne said that they were going out of commission, out of sale, out of business. So I've had this yarn. I've had all of this for a while. But you know what? It's never too late. It's never too late. I am going to pick this back up, or pick it up first, because I never picked it up in the beginning. But anyway, I love the idea of crocheting. The moment I knew I was going to crochet, I called my aunt just to tell her that I was going to do this, and she ate it down. And also just gave me some tips, gave me some advice, which I all wrote down. But the point is, that's not the point. The point is, picking up crocheting as a hobby is really soothing for me. And just, it's the calmness, quiet. And that is why I'm excited to pick up crocheting. I want to make some cute things. It also allows me to make things for friends and give them a little gift for my godson. Just personal things that allow me to reflect and think and chill and decompress and enjoy the process. All right, so I hope that you guys found my voiceover work, you found my swimming, or you found my crocheting interesting, and maybe you guys can pick one of those things up, okay? Maybe. So, I think at the end of the day, when it comes down to finding your hobbies in your 30s, I feel like a lot of people, we're either super busy, where it's I don't know if I have time or room for anything, or on the other hand, we're super kind of stagnant and we're feeling like we've got to do something, or we don't know what to do, or we're just kind of in a whole kind of, just feeling a little blah. I've been there, right? We've been there. It's important to know in those moments on either end that you can always go into things that you love, you enjoy, that you're in control of your hobbies. So I hope that when you are starting to think about what you want to pick up, the things you want to do for just enjoyment, that you go to a place of, where can I explore? What gives me curiosity? What brings curiosity? It's not about skill, what you're good at. It's about, where do you have interest? What makes you smile when you think back, right, on your childhood? We love to go back to childhood, but really, think back on childhood. What does young Nick get excited about? She gets excited about jumping into the water. It reminds her of when she went to swimming class with her 2 cousins. I really find that having that 3 category hobby rule is important. Something that you can do that makes you feel creative, something that you can do that is for your physical, and then there's something that you can do that keeps you still, that eases your mind. I would say really just try to find one thing for each of those buckets, and you really will feel fulfilled from that. And the last thing I'll say when it comes to finding those hobbies is really detach from the outcome. Really think of low stakes ways to get involved with these hobbies that does not put pressure on yourself. All purpose, no pressure. So as simple as go on YouTube, search the thing that sparks your joy. Search, the best crochet beginner guides. Simple things that you can look at that just start to call a friend and talk to them about that passion. If you're interested in crocheting, go to Joann's and just walk around. Just walk around, okay? Look, there might be some discounts because they're going out of business, like I said. So really just taking away the pressure from these things. We've already got enough pressures in our daily lives of trying to make things meet and ends work, whatever. You doing your things, you're like, all right, I'm gonna knock off these to-do lists. I'm gonna do these meetings. You know why? Oh, because at 7 p.m., it's me in the pool, or it's me and my microphone. I'm practicing my voiceover work just for fun, or it's me and my little needle. All right, you know that you've got your day plan, but you've also got your thing for you. You got time for you. Thanks for watching this, because it's so important in your 30s as you take care of yourself from the inside and out to prioritize the things that you know are for you and only you, baby. All right? So after you watch this, go ahead and write down a new hobby. Write it down, because when you write it down, it is, okay? So find that one hobby that you're going to pick up after this, and hopefully those tips that I gave at the end will help spark some of that, interest, spark some of that joy. All right? I love y'all so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe on this video, because it's number 10. We get into double digits, baby. My Letters to 30 community, I'm so thankful for y'all. Like, I have had a really introspective last few days, and it's got me thinking a lot about just finding joy. That's my girl Fortune barking, because she knows it's been, the girls have been going through it, and that's okay. That is okay. I'm just thankful that I have this community to lean into and say, we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. But for real, I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I cannot wait for the next one. Until then, I'll talk to you later, and have a good rest of your day, evening, night, morning, whenever you're watching this. I'll see y'all on the other side next time. Bye, babies.